Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and what a game of football that was. Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo. It ends a 3-2 at the Bernabeu, and Real Madrid keep pressure on Barcelona before that El Clasico next weekend. I mean, it was such a good game of football. I'm so glad that get to watch a great game of football after watching that game between Lazio and Empoli. I mean, this was something really good. Both the teams were really on it. Real Madrid, of course, fighting for the title. Celta Vigo fighting for those European places, and it was like an end-to-end stuff. You just didn't know which team was gonna blink first. It was played on a really high tempo. I was quite surprised. I said it in my prediction video that it is going to be a really tough game for Real Madrid, and I just said that they might edge it out by 1 goal margin, and in the end they were able to do that. But I really did not expect this game to be produce so many goals, if I'm being very honest with you. As Celta Vigo, I have been really impressed with them this season, but today they were really good. They were just unlucky in my opinion that they were not really able to take the lead early on. I mean, Thibaut Courtois, sorry, the save that he made early on in the game, in the first 10-15 minutes, there were 2 great chances for Celta Vigo, but Courtois was the reason where they were not really able to score the goals. He makes those saves, and then that gives Real Madrid a lot of confidence to go ahead and play their game. They halted Celta Vigo's early momentum, and then they started playing their game and they started creating those chances. And you just knew that there's there was that the goal was coming. You just felt it, and it was again. I mean, the goal from Arda Güler. I mean, what a talent this kid is. I talked about Lamine Yamal. Sorry, I messed up his name. I talked about Lamine Yamal last night, and now today Arda Güler. I mean, what a goal that was, cutting in from that right hand side on his left foot. Amazing. Goalkeeper had no chance. There are very few goalkeepers in the world who are going to stop that shot. Amazing effort, amazing goal, and that basically lifted up the entire stadium. I am gonna say, the fans today for Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, they were really up for it. The atmosphere was really great even before that goal went in. But then when the goal goes in, I mean, it was spectacular. That effort really, you wanted to stand up and upload that goal. That was such a magical moment, and that just basically opened the floodgates for Real Madrid, and that just put Celta Vigo in a sort of a shell, if I'm being very honest with you, and it gave Real Madrid a lot of confidence to go ahead and play their game, and played their game. They did, creating chance after chance. Kylian Mbappe for that second goal as well, from outside, outside 20 yards outside, he takes that shot and beats the goalkeeper quite easily. I think it had a bit of a deflection, but Real Madrid are not going to care. Mbappe is not going to care. It becomes a 2-0, and you felt like the game was done and dusted. Up until that point, it was like just 5 minutes before halftime, where Real Madrid scored that second goal. It becomes 2-0. You go into the second half, and Real Madrid come out guns blazing, get again Arda Güler. I mean, what a game that kid had yet again. That pass to Kylian Mbappe for that third goal, piercing the midfield and defense with just one move, and Kylian Mbappe finishes it off. And this is how you know how much of a great pass that is. The moment the ball goes into the back in the back of the net, Kylian Mbappe turns around and points at Arda Güler, because he appreciates that pass. That's how good of a pass that was from Güler, and Real Madrid make it 3-0. And if you're a Real Madrid fan at that point, and you're just thinking, okay, now there's no problem, we are going to, we have basically won the game, and there's nothing to really worry about, and now our concentration should be on the El Clasico. But the reason why Real Madrid are trailing Barcelona, it showed in this game. The lack of focus, the lack of concentration, the lapses in concentration is why they are here, and you saw that today as well. Out of nowhere, Celta Vigo come ahead and take the lead. I don't know what the defense was doing for that first goal. It became, comes in from the corner, tries to clear it out down, unfortunately off the line clearance, but it falls directly to the Celta Vigo player, and they score the first goal. It becomes 3-1, and it's still in that moment of time, you're not really thinking that Celta Vigo are going to, mount a comeback. But then for that second part, that pass from Iago Aspas, I mean, it was almost similar like to what Arda Güler did for Kylian Mbappe. Amazing pass from the from the outside of his right foot, places it, and again pierces the midfield and defense with just move, and they were through, and they make it a 3-2. Celta Vigo, and there was still 20 minutes to go in the game when that goal went in, and the stadium, the elation and jubilation and the atmosphere, then it changed. Now it got tense and whatnot. Everybody was on the edge of their seat because Celta Vigo were not backing down from a fight, and I expected that to happen from early on, and they played really good. But it felt like you were watching like a boxing match, or a movie, like a boxing movie, and you have this giant team, punching its way through, and they gave 3 big punches, and now it felt like the underdog was coming up, and they, it is making the giant, it is weakening the giant, and after those 2 goals, and it was Celta Vigo who were trying to get, and then Thibaut Courtois yet again, I mean, couple of great saves to keep Real Madrid's lead intact. I mean, you could, if you are a Real Madrid fan, you could give the man of the match to anywhere, Kylian Mbappe, Arda Güler, Thibaut Courtois, all of them. I think Vini Jr. came close a couple of times as well, but somehow, somewhere, Real Madrid managed to stay in the game, managed to take, stay in the lead and finish the game off 3-2, and they get those massive 3 points that they needed. I mean, the last yesterday's game for Barcelona was a really hard one for them, and now today Real Madrid again. It was an easy game. They were cruising through, and then they start making those mistakes, and that is why, as I said before, that is the reason why Real Madrid are not cruising through to the title. They were like 11 points ahead at one point. Let's be very honest. Like they themselves are to blame if they don't win the Liga. And these the mistakes that they did today. I mean, they were lucky today. Again, I forgot, when the shot almost went through Thibaut Courtois, but the pitch had, the ball stopped right between the before the goal line. If there was a little bit of more power. Again, Courtois' stop was so powerful. Like he his hands were so powerful that it stopped the speed of the ball, and it stopped before going across the goal line. Otherwise, it could have been 3-3 that time as well. So Courtois is a big reason why they did not, draw points in this game. But for me, I think Arda Güler was simply sensational for me. That he was the man of the match. He, he created everything. He created 2 goals. He scored the goal as well. So amazing performance from the kid, and massive 3 points for Real Madrid. They now have a week to prepare for that El Clasico. I think that game is going to basically decide the title, in my opinion. If Real Madrid don't win that game, I don't think anybody is stopping Barcelona from winning the league. But if Real Madrid win that game, then it gets very interesting. Barcelona, of course, they have to face Inter Milan for that semi-final. So they have other priorities before that Clasico, but I would say that Real Madrid should be very happy. They have a lot of time, to prepare at least a week for the Clasico. Celta Vigo, I think they would be quite, disappointed, and it would be that they could not finish the job. I mean, they started the game very well. As I said, I've been very impressed. They're fighting for Europe themselves, and just to come short as a soap, at the end, with creating so many chances at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid. And unfortunately, they were just not able to, get the job done. They were not able to finish they were not able to cross the line and get anything out of this game, which I really think they deserved. All in all, an entertaining game, and their European push is still on. It's not like it's, and there's still 4 games to play. Anything can happen, and they might end up in one of those European places. So I would say they should be disappointed. But they should be proud, because they played a really good game of football, and it was an entertaining game as well. Real Madrid get the point. Celta Vigo, unfortunate not to get anything out of this game. That is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Real's performance, what you guys thought of Celta's performance. Do you think Celta can qualify for Europe, or do you think it's going to be hard for them? And do you think Real Madrid are gonna catch Barcelona, or do you think it is Barca's title to lose? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.